Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone, depending on where you are joining from. And thank you for taking the time to join today. Let me start with a simple question. What happens when your customer goes down? Not a minor slowdown, but a complete outage. For most businesses today, downtime isn't just an inconvenience. It directly impacts revenue, customer trust, and operations. Now, traditionally, disaster recovery has been seen as a complex, expensive, and slow to execute. But that's changing. In today's session, we are going to show you how you can take a customer from outage to fully operation in minutes, not hours or days. So this is not just about theory, right? This is a live GR walkthrough where you'll see exactly how the process works end to end. More importantly, we'll connect this how you as MSP and sales professionals can confidently position and sell DR solutions. It's not just a backup, right? It's a business continuity enabler. At the end of the session, you'll understand that how Infrascale enables near instant recovery, minimizing downtime and keeping business operational, how its hybrid architecture, local plus cloud, ensures complete resilience against both small outages and full site disasters, and how built-in automation and simplicity reduces complexity, make disaster recovery easy to deploy, manage, and scale. So before we go deeper into how IBDR works, let's first look at the three main components that form the foundation of the solution. The first, we have the primary on-premises appliance. This is deployed at the customer site and acts as a local backup and recovery engine. It continuously captures image-based backups of physical servers, virtual machines, and applications. In the event of a failure, workloads can be spun up instantly on this appliance, ensuring the business remains operational even before data is restored from the cloud. Second, we have the Infrascale cloud. This is where the offsite replication happens. Backups from the on-premise appliances are securely transmitted to the Infrascale cloud for long-term retention and disaster recovery. This cloud is ISO certified, scalable, and geographically redundant, ensuring your customer's data is protected against local site disasters, ransomware, data corruption, or hardware failure. And finally, the Infrascale dashboard. This is a single pane of glass that brings everything together, allowing IT administrator to manage, monitor, and orchestrate all backup and recovery operations centrally. Through this dashboard, you can verify backups, health, perform DR tests, launch failures, and even generate client-ready reports, all without logging into an individual appliances. So think this appliance as a local engine, the cloud as a safety net, and the dashboard as a control tower. So together, these three layers make Infrascale Backup and Disaster Recovery a complete business continuity solution rather than just a backup tool. So let's take a look at how the Infrascale Disaster Recovery architecture is designed to deliver both speed and resilience. So on the left-hand side, we have the customer local infrastructure. This includes virtual environments like Hyper-V or VMware, or let's say there are physical Windows servers. We capture data using two approaches. One is agentless backup via API for virtual machines hosted on VMware and Hyper-V, then agent for physical systems. So regardless of workload type, everything is protected. In the center, we have the on-premise appliance, which comes into play here. It is a critical infrastructure for our disaster recovery. So it performs a local backup storage for fast recovery, target site deduplication, which reduces storage footprint and bandwidth usage, the ability to instantly spin up workloads locally for near zero downtime scenarios. This is your first line of defense, ensuring rapid recovery without relying on the internet. On the far right side, you have the extended protection to the DR layer. All backups are replicated over WAN using deduplication, optimizing the bandwidth, and the data is stored securely either in a customer private cloud or a public cloud like Azure or Google, or the Infrascale own data center. Right? This enables offsite protection for disaster recovery scenarios, cloud failover, allowing you to run workloads even if the entire site is down, and additional capabilities like analysis and DR testing, reporting, etc. So this architecture gives you the best of both worlds: local recovery for speed, cloud recovery for resilience. So whether it's a small outage or a complete site failure, you have a consistent, reliable way to recover quickly and confidently. So let's look into the solution, how it works. So I'll take you to our dashboard, so which is a centralized dashboard to manage the solution. So when the disaster recovery is implemented, we integrate that appliance to the centralized dashboard. So you will be able to access the appliance under the site status. So you will have all the appliances which is deployed for your customer. If you want to access the appliance, you click on the settings icon and click on manage primary. That's one way to access it. Another way, you can directly access it through the local network or the management IP of the appliance, and you can directly log in using your admin credentials, and you will be landing on this page. This is a dashboard for the appliance. It gives you an overview of how the appliance is performing. So you have these job statistics, size of the backup jobs, IO operations, network utilization, deduplication. So there are a lot of widgets which can be enabled for backups monitoring. The Clients tab gives you the overview of all the machines which are configured for DR. Okay, the machines which are configured from a Hyper-V will have a Hyper-V icon. VMware machines will have a VMware, and if you're using the agent to back up the physical machine, you'll have a green tick mark. The physical machine, you'll have a green tick mark. Configuring VMware and Hyper-V, as I said, an API based, so it's an automated process. You need to just establish a connection. So you can click on the VMware tab, add connection, provide the IP address of the VMware system, and provide the root credentials, and you'll be able to automatically connect to the VMware environment, and all the machines which are hosted will be visible, and you need to just right click and click on register. Similarly with Hyper-V as well, add connection, establish the connection, all the machines which are deployed, right click and register. Once the registration is done, it will be visible on the summary tab. You can go ahead and go to the edit tab where you can manage each machine's local retention, cloud retention, the schedules. You can have your own schedules. You can have schedules for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour. So based on how often you want to back up, you can go ahead and have your own schedule. Let's say you want to back up a physical Windows machine. You need to download an agent from the settings tab, install the agent, and create that server here and push the client setting. That will automatically enable GR solution for the physical Windows box as well. On the summary tab, you'll see a lot of information about the server. You can go ahead and add more tabs where you have all this information for reporting, and you can download this particular summary tab as a CSV format for reporting. And you see, as you see, there's a verification tab. So every snapshot which is taken will be analyzed. It will be deployed on the appliance. It will test for the services, system state files, etc., and it will give you a result. So if the result is good, you're happy. If the result is not good, it's failed to test, you know what to do. Either you can take Infrascale support to fix the issue, or you can have the logs downloaded from the support tab and troubleshoot the issue and fix it. And a ticket can be raised from the appliance itself. Under the support tab, you have submit support request, and that will directly send a ticket to us, and we'll take necessary action based on the criticality to help you out in getting the issue resolved. That's about the configuration. And if you go to the replication tab, we would have configured the replication. So we have, as I showed you on the screen, right, on the slide, where we have three, either the primary, secondary, and Infrascale cloud. So you can go ahead and configure that, and the replication happens continuously based on the configuration. And the replicated jobs will show you all the jobs which has been replicated to the cloud. Now, this is about the implementation, and it is completely taken care by Infrascale Now, if you want to perform browse and restore, where you want to browse and restore single files and folder, you can use the browse and restore option. You want to restore the entire VM on the VMware or Hyper-V, you can go ahead and restore the entire VM, where you can restore as a new VM, or you can restore as a on the existing machine. All right, those are two options. Third option is the local boot for speedy business continuity. So if you have created a boot group, you can right click on boot entire group, or select the boot entire group on the option there, and it will spin up all the servers locally on the appliance. Okay, you get the option to select the network. So if you have multiple network, you can choose the network where you want to deploy this particular VM. So you select that, and the MAC address, you select the MAC address, and it will automatically restore all the settings, and you don't have to do anything. The IP, the DNS settings, VLAN information, everything is deployed on the appliance, and your server is online. You continue the business. Let's say there's an entire site is down, and you do not have access to your appliance as well. It's a simple process where you need to go to disaster recovery hybrid cloud status, which will take you to the cloud environment. So you will have a virtual appliance configured in the cloud. Go ahead and click on select that particular appliance here, and click on manage, and you will be logging into the cloud dashboard. Once you are in the cloud dashboard, it's a similar dashboard what you see on the primary. You have the boot group here, but we have an orchestration tool as well. So you can predefine how your DR needs to be. Okay, you can run this anytime, keeping your outbound access turned off. You can test it, how the servers are spinning up, how much time it takes. So you can perform DR tests. There's no limitation for you how much DR test you want. You can do weekly, monthly, quarterly, half yearly, or yearly based on the requirement. Let's say in a disaster scenario, you will enable the outbound access. You click on apply, and a single click will start spinning up the server on the cloud. So it'll select the DLLAN, and it'll start spinning up the servers here under the active tab. So if you give it a minute, it should be spinning up all the servers. This gives you a quick failover option where you can spin up all those servers immediately on the cloud. So you'll be choosing a DLLAN, which is pre-configured under the network, and the servers will start spinning up. In order to access the server, it's a simple VPN. You need to have a agent-based VPN. You need to establish a connection, and you can go ahead and access those servers which are spin up on the cloud with a simple RDP session. Let's say you want to have a site-to-site VPN. We can go ahead and have that configured as well. Let's say you want to have a VHCP configured. We can have that configured as well. So by this way, you will be able to access the server and log in and perform your daily task and continue the business. I hope this session was very informative and gives you a lot of confidence how our DR solution works. If you have any questions, I would like to answer. I have one question here. How do you fail back when the site has been recovered? So there is a few simple steps you have to follow. Right click, create a backup job. First thing is that you need to power off the server. Once you turn off the server, you have to create a backup job. So all the changed blocks will be created as a job, and you will have a complete snapshot for restore, where you'll go to the primary appliance, you go to the cloud, and you have the job here. Use that job and restore the data to the primary server. All right. So I hope this session was very informative, and you understood how our solution works. When it comes to disaster, we offer you the fastest local recovery and also a cloud recovery. And also, if customer wants to have DR within their location, we have those our flavors as well, where we can deploy another appliance and perform, have the DR solution deployed for the customer. So I have another question. I just did a cloud recovery. I have Clive is asking a question. Will you demo a cloud recovery? I just showed you the cloud recovery. So this is how you spin up the server in the cloud. You have the orchestration tool. Also, you have the boot option where you can just go ahead and right click and boot a single server if you want to boot a single server on the cloud. I hope that answers your question. All right, so if you want to have a one-on-one session, please do send me a mail. I would more than happy to go through the session, give you an entire run on how the DR solution works. And thank you so much for joining today. Have a wonderful day.